Welcome back to Finance Forum, the podcast where we shine a light on money, housing scams, shady sales tactics, and hidden risks in the Canadian real estate market. Today's episode covers a predatory practice that's often disguised as a life-saving service. We buy homes for cash schemes. You've seen the signs: avoid foreclosure, no commissions, get cash fast, plastered on light poles, billboards, Facebook ads. These offers promise a quick fix, but behind the smooth talk often lies a trap that drains your equity and leaves you with regret. In this episode, we'll explore what these cash-buying operations really are. Real Canadian stories of families who lost thousands to these schemes. How vulnerable homeowners are targeted. Red flags to watch for legal rights you have as a seller. And how to respond if you or a loved one is approached by one of these companies. Let's get started. Segment 1. What are We Buy Homes for Cash companies? We Buy Homes for Cash groups are usually real estate investors or people posing as such, offering to buy your property quickly with no inspections, no agents, and a fast closing. Sounds appealing, right? These companies claim you can sell your house in 7 days or less. No need for repairs, cleaning, or staging. No commissions or lawyer headaches. And sometimes they say, we'll take over your mortgage payments. But here's the catch. They're not offering fair market value. They target distressed sellers, people behind on mortgage payments, going through divorce, elderly homeowners, or those facing job loss. They convince you that your only option is to sell fast and cheap, often at 30 to 60% below true value. They make money by reselling your home at a profit, often flipping it, or assigning the contract to another buyer. Some are legit investors, but many are aggressive, manipulative, and in some cases, outright predatory. Segment 2. Real case: Mississauga senior, pressured into undervaluing her home. Let's talk about Maria, a 72-year-old woman from Mississauga. Her husband had recently passed, and she was living alone in a detached bungalow. She was behind on her utility bills, her home needed repairs, and she received a flyer offering to buy homes as is for cash. She called the number just to inquire. What followed was a series of visits, phone calls, and a young man promising to take care of her. He offered to clear her debt, cover closing costs, and help her move into a retirement community. The offer? $430,000 in a neighborhood where homes were selling for $700,000 plus. He told her it was her best shot and that the market was going to crash. He said, "Act now or lose this chance." Maria, overwhelmed and alone, accepted. The deal closed in under 10 days. Within 3 weeks, her former home was relisted for $729,000, barely cleaned up. Maria lost hundreds of thousands in equity because she didn't have the support and because someone exploited her vulnerability. Segment 3. The psychology behind these tactics. These schemes work because of emotional pressure and urgency. Common targets include seniors living alone, people going through divorce, families in pre-foreclosure, owners of inherited or ugly homes, people who don't speak English fluently. The buyer often positions themselves as a savior. "I'm helping you avoid stress," they say, but their goal is simple: lock in the lowest price possible. Tactics include visiting without notice multiple times, discouraging sellers from speaking to family or agents, providing one-sided contracts with confusing fine print, saying things like, "Your house isn't worth much anyway," using time pressure. "This deal expires in 24 hours." These aren't just unethical sales tactics. They can border on elder abuse or consumer fraud if there's deception involved. Segment 4. Red flags to watch out for. If you or someone you know is approached by a "We buy homes for cash" company, watch for these red flags. 1. No appraisal, no inspection. They make a quick offer without truly evaluating the home. 2. Pressure to sign fast. "This deal won't last" is a scare tactic. 3. Discouraging legal advice. They don't want you to speak to a lawyer or family. 4. Promises that sound too good. "No commissions, we pay your debt, you walk away rich." 5. As is sales at massive discounts, 30 to 50% under market price with no explanations. 6. Non-refundable deposits and strange clauses. Some contracts allow the buyer to walk away with your house tied up. 7. Assignment sales. The buyer plans to resell the contract without ever closing. Be cautious. Always get a second opinion, ideally from a real estate agent or lawyer who works for you. Segment 5. How to protect yourself and loved ones. Here's how to protect yourself and others from falling for these schemes. 1. Always get a property evaluation. Speak to at least 2 real estate agents. They'll show you comparable sales and what your home is really worth. 2. Talk to a real estate lawyer. Before signing, have them review any contract. Some cash buyers slip in tricky clauses. 3. Never sign under pressure. If someone's rushing you, walk away. Selling a home is a big decision. 4. Use trusted professionals. Even if you want to sell fast, there are reputable agents and companies that specialize in quick sales without deception. Ask for references. 5. Involve family members. If you're a senior homeowner, involve a trusted family member. If you're a family member, check in with your elders if they've received these offers. 6. Report suspicious activity. Contact your provincial real estate council, the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre, or your local elder abuse unit if something feels wrong. At the end of the day, your home is more than a building. It holds equity, history, and security. Selling it under pressure at half its value isn't just a financial mistake. It's something many regret for years. The companies that say, "We buy homes for cash," might be fast, but they are not always fair. You deserve honesty, transparency, and support. Thanks for joining me today on Finance Forum. If you found this episode valuable, please share it with a loved one, especially a senior or someone going through financial difficulty. This knowledge could save them hundreds of thousands of dollars. In our next episode, we'll dive into real estate investment seminar scams, the flashy, motivational events that promise you riches but often deliver debt.